everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be showing you how I did this cool toned blue makeup look on my sister Melissa. So if you'd like to see how I did this, just keep on watching. So starting off, I went in with the Dr. Brandt Illuminizer Primer, and I used that to prime her face. And I want to apologize really quick for not having a video up Thursday. I had a video, it was pretty much all the way edited, and then all of a sudden the footage was just gone. I don't know what happened, I couldn't find a way to recover it or anything, so I apologize for that. Then I went in with the Maybelline Matte and Poreless Foundation, and I just used a flat top foundation brush to buff that into her skin. And I wanted to let you know that I do have a few regular makeup looks coming, and then I have one's on myself. And then I do have a snowflake look that I have pre-recorded, and the third look for my Makeup Through the Decades Vampire series. And then I have a Leo-inspired look that I did on my sister as well that will be going up. So I do have, 4 other videos besides this one that I have pretty much edited all the way, and I will be making sure I upload 3 this coming week, just to give you guys, the extra video that I missed on Thursday, even though I'm posting this on Sunday. Am I making sense? I don't even know. And then I'm also thinking of posting compilation videos for some of my original characters on Sundays on my YouTube. If you guys would rather me not do that, just let me know in the comments below. But I thought it would be nice because it incorporates makeup looks that you've seen me do on my channel into an interactive storyline. So I just thought it might be interesting to share that with you.
Take what you want from me, I'll give you everything, all that and more you'll see, just stay right here with me.
Then next for concealer, I went in with the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, and I just used that to conceal her under eyes, and then I also used that to prime her lids. I am also almost finally caught up on my Instagram because I have been falling behind a lot on that. It just seems really overwhelming sometimes to keep up with all of my social media, but I want to try getting back into Twitter some, and hopefully try keeping up with that because I'm awful at Twitter. But then I'm setting her under eyes and her lids, and then I end up setting the rest of her face with the Wet n Wild Coverall Powder in the shade Light. And another thing, if you guys have any video ideas or specific looks that you would like me to do, whether it be just a regular makeup looks or character looks of any kind, just let me know in the comments below, because I do have quite a lot of ideas myself, but then I'm always open to new ideas because I feel like sometimes I get in ruts and it takes me forever to kind of break out of them, and I just kind of fall into old looks that I do on an everyday basis, and I'm like, well, this isn't that interesting. I mean, it is interesting, but it's not as interesting as it could be, so just let me know of any ideas you have in the comments below.
Love is not fiction, but this time the story's about a king and a queen will pretend to be with favorite crowns.
And then next for bronzer, I am using the Rimmel Natural Bronzer in the shade Sunlight, and I'm just using that to bronze up her cheekbones. And another quick thing I wanted to mention, I do have a bunch of green hair dye left, so I'm going to be going through that, so I'll probably have green hair for about, I don't know, I want to say at least a few more months. But then I'm thinking of actually going a natural color with my hair, so let me know if you think I should do that or not in the comments below, because I'm super indecisive when it comes to big changes like that. So, and then for contour, I went in with that darker shade from the e.l.f. contour palette, and I just used a crown brush, and I'm using that to carve out her cheekbones and her jawline.
With paper crowns, with paper crowns, with paper crowns. You don't wanna leave, I'm the one to keep. Got no enemies out of our fortress.
the ColourPop highlighter in the shade Flexitarian, and I'm just using my fingers to apply this because I find when I apply it on myself, that's the best way to do it because it's kind of a creamier formula and it doesn't pick up with a brush as well as I would like. So I'm just using that to pat onto the high points of her cheeks, her cupid's bow, the tip of her nose, and the bridge of her nose. Oh, and another quick thing I wanted to mention, that the look that I had done on her that ended up getting deleted footage-wise, I do have photos, so I will be putting those up on my Instagram as well. And then for her eyebrows, I just used the Winky Lux Universal brow pencil. I want to say it's in the shade taupe, like a universal taupe color. And she already has pretty full and thick dark eyebrows, so I just didn't really have to do too much to them. I just wanted to fill in a few sparser looking areas and just give it a little more definition in certain areas as well, more so focused on the tail end of the brow.
Take what you want from me.
And then I did end up going in with the brow gel, one of the colored ones. I think it's the shade 2, and I just used that to set her eyebrow hairs in place. And then I went in with the JCat Beauty Hollywood palette, taking this lighter taupey shade, and I'm just running that into her crease using a blending brush from, oh goodness, okay, I can't remember where this brush is from actually, but just any blending brush will do, obviously. And then I ended up going in with, it's kind of like a blue-gray, like a lighter blue-gray color. And I'm just using a smaller blending brush from e.l.f. and I'm just putting that into the crease. And then I go back in with the first blending brush that I used to really blend out and soften out the color.
I'll give you everything, all that and more you'll see. Just stay right here with me. Love is not fiction, but this time the story's about a king and a queen will pretend to be with paper crowns. With paper crowns.
And then next I'm taking this darker, like, not too dark of a navy, but like a lighter navy shade, I guess you could call it. And I used that to deepen out the outer corner of her eye, and then I dragged it just a little into her crease as well.
With paper crowns. With paper crowns. A king and a queen will pretend to be with paper crowns.
And then I'm taking, this is actually a darker blue-gray shade, and I'm just using that to deepen out the outer corner even more. It doesn't look like it would be a deeper blue-gray, but it actually is. And then using that same concealer that I used to conceal her under eyes and prime her lids, I'm just using that to carve out a half-cut crease on her lid. And I was surprised how easy it was after a few times of doing somebody else's makeup. Like, I kind of found like a habit and routine that worked best for me, because I'm so used to putting makeup onto myself that it felt so foreign at first to actually put makeup on somebody else. It's kind of like you kind of have to get the feel for it and kind of fall into your groove. And then before I finished her eyelids, I decided to do the under eyes. I first went in with that taupey brown shade, and then I ended up going in with that blue-gray shade, following right up after that. And I'm using an e.l.f. Flat shadow brush, I think this is for that.
Take what you want from me.
And then I went in with that lighter navy blue shade, and I just ran it even closer to the lower lash line. And then I end up going in with a little bit of that darker blue-gray and just focusing that right onto the outer portion of her lash line. And then to finish off her lids, I went in with this icy white shade. It's a shimmer, and I use that on basically the inner half of her lid, which left a little bit of space that I'm going to be putting a gray color onto next.
I'll give you everything, all that and more you'll see. Just stay right here with me.
And then I went in with this silver, kind of like gunmetal gray color, and I'm using the same brush, and I'm just patting that in between the white and the outer corner colors to kind of help them blend more seamlessly and gradually from the lightest shade to the darker shade.
Love is not fiction, but this time the story's about a king and a queen.
And then I used a little more of that icy white color, and I just used that to highlight her inner corners. And then I went in with more of that lighter navy blue shade on a small brush, and I'm just using that to define the line of where the shimmers meet the matte in the crease, just to give a little more depth and definition. And if there was one thing I wasn't super comfortable, actually two things I wasn't super comfortable with doing on another person, was waterlining the eyes and doing mascara. So she is using the LA Girl Glide Gel Liner in the shade Gypsy Teal, I believe it is. And then she is using the IT Cosmetics Superhero Mascara to coat her top and lower lashes. And then finally for lips, I went in with the Wet n Wild Metallic Liquid Catsuit Lipstick in the shade Icing on the Wall, I believe this is called. And it is really like, I was holding my breath and like focusing so hard on making sure I didn't go outside of her lip line, because I don't know, I felt like, with a liquid lipstick, it's like, it's almost easier to go out of the lines. You think it, you think it wouldn't be that hard. Well, like on yourself, maybe not so much, but like on a different person, it's like the angle is different on how you apply it. And she has 2 lip rings on her lower lip too, so that made it a little more difficult as well. But yeah, that pretty much completes this look. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you aren't already. If you want to see pictures of this, please go check out my Instagram. And I'll see you in my next one.